Broncos. Wow. Broncos beat the Chiefs 24-9. The Chiefs lose. Or the Chiefs, yes, the Chiefs lose, that says right here, lose, to the Broncos for the first time since 2015. That was their Super Bowl year. First time in Patrick Mahomes' career. He had like a 16-game winning streak, I think, against AFC West opponents, something like that. Was it that many?
I believe it was.
Did he miss the Raiders, though, beat them? The Raiders beat them and rode the buses around Arrowhead.
Yeah, no, this
that
was
all.
It was
game.
a Broncos.
Yeah, it's Broncos.
16.
Yeah, okay,
Right,
Broncos
that's what
16.
It is.
I knew something was a little off, thinking it
Yeah.
was against
Right.
the AFC West, but the Broncos, the one team in the AFC West that Mahomes had fully and completely dominated. Here's what I want to have a conversation about.
Okay.
Because I took a bunch of grief when Mahomes went to the World Series game Friday night. Not that I care about Twitter, because Twitter is not a real place.
I missed that. I didn't realize you did it.
But no, because Mahomes went to the World Series. So I get pushback from the pro-Kirk Cousins crowd.
I hear you, right.
Because he went to a baseball game on a Tuesday.
I hear you.
Two differences.
Right.
Kirk, and I feel bad saying this today because of what happened to him, but he proudly said he never worked on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Mahomes works on Tuesdays.
Right.
Mahomes has 2 rings.
Right.
Mahomes.
2 MVP
I'll
trophies.
give
2 Super Bowl
Mahomes the
MVP
benefit of the
trophies.
doubt.
Right.
Until I hear this. Until I hear that he was sick.
Yeah.
Why in the hell? Like when I'm sick, I'm sick.
Yeah.
I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to get on a private
Was he
plane.
sick before he went
it was,
there?
They were saying during the broadcast yesterday he was getting worse as the week went on, and it was the worst on Saturday. So he had it on Friday. Like, if you're not, you know when you're getting
Definitely.
it. You know when you're not feeling well. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to put that extra toll on your body? You just want to get in bed. You just want to get under the covers. So I don't get it. And not that it would have made a difference.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot to pack into a few days when you're not feeling well. It's a lot of stuff. And then you got to go play a football game. And I just wonder if they had morphed into that mode of, with this team, we just need to show up and we'll beat them.
Yeah, the Chiefs fall into that trap too often. I mean,
Play with their food.
Right? They really do. I mean, how many times a year the last 5-6 years in a row where we've gone, man, I mean, they're clearly better than that team, and they let them hang around because they started messing around or losing interest. I think the world of Mahomes. When I heard he was going to the World Series game, the first thing I said is, why? Like, what? I understand he's from Texas. His dad played for the Rangers at one point, I believe. But damn, it's hard in the NFL. A Friday night, you're going to get on a private plane, fly back to Kansas City after the game is over, go and do the walkthrough in Kansas City Saturday, go home real quick, pack up, go back to the facility, and then get on a plane to Denver. I mean, that to me, I'm exhausted already, and I just talked about it. I didn't even have to do it. So that's to me where I don't get that. I don't. And I was shocked to hear that Mahomes would do that. And I think it's fair for us to go, why did you do that, and question that, and especially with the way he played yesterday. I think
I was fine with it. I was fine with it until I found out he was sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I found out he was sick, it's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You're having a rough enough week
sick
as
is
it
like
is.
Definite.
Get yourself healthy.
Right.
Chicken soup, hydration, especially when you're going to the Mile High City. And I have been there. Nobody told me the first time I went to Denver, drink a lot of water. I found out the hard way.
Right.
Because we had one of those NBC dinners, like any other dinner where they're pouring wine.
Yeah.
And you have, how much wine did you have? I had one glass.
Yeah.
Because the glass never emptied.
Right.
Because every time I looked away, here
Somebody
comes
poured
Uddy.
it.
Put more wine in. Put more wine. I had one glass of wine.
So what'd you do? Did you get lightheaded, or did you dry up down below and get stones down there again? What are we talking about here?
This was 2013.
Right.
This was the year that the Ravens won the World Series. What's wrong with me?
The Super Bowl.
The Ravens won the Super Bowl. I thought of the World Series because baseball.
Yeah, what were we just talking about? The Rangers.
Yeah, they couldn't play the game to open the season in Baltimore because the Orioles had a game and they refused to move it. And we're talking World Series. So thinking, why am I thinking? But I went out there.
Yep.
And we had the dinner like Tuesday night, games on Thursday. Wednesday? No, it was Thursday. It was the day of the game. At some point it hit me.
Yeah.
As I was doing this show.
Right.
At the stadium.
Right.
And I remember the feeling of holding the microphone.
Yeah.
And I had to put my hand. Seriously.
Woozy.
I was standing
right.
at the portable desk, and I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt like I was going to fall over.
Yeah.
The whole world was
It's
spinning.
real, yeah.
And it
It's
was
real
just
there.
get through this. My hand like an anchor to keep myself there. And I was miserable. It felt like an ice pick had been buried in the back of my skull,
Yeah.
like right at the top of my neck. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was wrong. And if I just drank a lot of water, like when I was back there a couple years later, drank a lot of water, and everything was fine.
Yeah.
But that is relevant now because you're sick, you're flying all over the place,
Right.
and you're going out there where your body has to adjust to the altitude.
Yeah.
And look what happens. Yeah. So I feel bad questioning one of the all-time greats.
He's one of the all-time greats. We know
but
that.
Man,
We're
and
allowed to question him.
I'm fine. I was fine with the Friday night. I was fine with going to because he's Patrick Mahomes.
I know.
But once I heard he was sick, that's when I was like,
No, that's a definite no once you're sick. And I didn't. Is Patrick Mahomes, and I guarantee people in that organization were like, wow, why is he doing that? But they weren't going to say anything because of what you said. They're going, he's Patrick Mahomes, and he makes it happen almost always. So we're not going to question him. It's one thing to go to a World Series game in your city. It's right by there. Okay, hey, you're at the game on a Friday night. You're back home right after the game's over. Private planes, getting home in the middle of the night, getting up early for practice the next day, all of that, that's a lot. That's a lot. And it showed. And the Chiefs played like crap yesterday. There's no other way to say it. They really didn't. I mean, the game started off with the Broncos in a big punt return, set up a short field for a touchdown, and of course Mahomes with interceptions. Mahomes losing sight of where defenders were in the pocket and getting strip sacked. McCole Hardman dropping a punt at the 5-yard line. This was a big moment of the game here before the half. You felt like, hey, they're going to get some points here or do something, and this game's going to get tight. And the strip sack before the half was a huge moment. You got this play here, right? This was fourth quarter. This is the 4th and 22 at the end of the game. Just throw it up, try to make something happen. But, yeah, they were not at their best. And what we've seen from Kansas City a little all year, their defense did a great job. They played awesome yesterday. But their offense, to me, I know is good. And I know it looked good 2 weeks ago against the Chargers. But let's not forget, their defense stinks. There's some things about their offense where very little at times, especially yesterday, and we've had some other games where nothing happens on rhythm, right? We talk about rhythm as a quarterback. You take 5 steps, you hitch, you throw to the first receiver. You take 5 steps, you hitch, first receiver's covered, you hitch again and hit the second receiver. I feel like very few plays happen in rhythm like that for their offense. It's always Mahomes buying a little more time. Let me see who will pop open, and then boom, he hits it. And with their lack of firepower on the offensive side of the ball, it's just a hard way to survive all the time. There's a lot on Mahomes, and yesterday he clearly was not at his best.
I've got people telling me now he ultimately didn't go.
Is that right?
Maybe they mentioned that during the broadcast yesterday. Obviously, we've got 4 games on at once.
Yeah.
But somebody emailed me that he ultimately didn't go, and I'm doing some quick research here. Because there was
I'll be happy to hear that,
picture
actually.
of Travis Kelce there.
Yeah.
So when I saw the picture of Travis Kelce there,
and there
I
was
just
talk
assumed,
all week of Mahomes
I
going
was assumed
too.
Mahomes
Right.
went. Now, this one says, there's another one that says he did attend. So I don't know if he did or didn't.
All right. Well, if he didn't go, then we take back everything we said, and sorry about that.
Travis Kelce was there,
If
and
he
I
did
just
go,
thought that
we're
was
fair to
enough.
question it.
Because I remember when Texas Tech was in the Final Four, Travis Kelce was there. Like anywhere Mahomes goes, Travis Kelce is there. Just got to stay close to my quarterback at all times.
He knows.
So regardless, tough spot for the Kansas City Chiefs. Anytime somebody's sick and you got to perform at a high level athletically, this can happen, especially when you go to altitude, and I know that all too well. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.